So I just want to welcome everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here. MNN, I see MNN as an incredible resource in having media and media creation be accessible for all people, and especially with the great equipment that's available today and the resources that are here. It's a great opportunity. So I'm very excited to be a small piece of that and to be here to walk you guys through how to promote your shows online and take the existing audience that might be watching the television broadcast and increase that on the web. So what's great about that is that not only are your shows broadcasting throughout this area on television, but they're also broadcasting worldwide on the web. So that's an exciting thing as well. We're gonna really walk through the entire process of building your online audience. We're gonna start from the beginning and go all the way through a bunch of the steps that we've outlined tonight. So I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do, then we're gonna do it, and then I'm gonna tell you what we did. And then, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer to the best of my ability. Great, so this looks good. Okay, so let's see. So tonight we're going to do 5 things. We're going to show you how to get connected with MNN using social media. We're going to show you how to share your show throughout different portals on the web. We're going to show you how to connect with your audience, and that's again going to be through social media and through different interaction tools that we'll go over. We're going to show you how to install MNN's live stream feed on your Facebook page. So that's a really new exciting feature that has just been upgraded with the new live stream. So we're going to go over that in detail. And then we're going to show you how to interact with your audience live during your broadcast. Regardless of whether your broadcast is pre-recorded or you're broadcasting live, you can still do this. So it's an exciting way to really engage viewers. Sort of think of it like as if you were taking phone calls during a show, and this is taking it to another level, just enhancing that capability. Okay, great. So does anybody here have a laptop with them or any kind of, even if you have a cell phone, you can do this part with us if you want to do it while we're all here together. And if you don't want to, this is going to be recorded and put, I believe, on the Producers Resources page on MNN, on MNN.org, so you can always refer back to this later. So if you look at MNN's homepage, this is what it looks like, and you scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see, this is MNN.org, you'll see at the bottom it says social media, and there's 4 buttons there. So there's YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook, and Twitter. So there are links to all of those right on MNN's page. You don't need to go hunting for them on Facebook or anywhere else. It's all linked right there. So this is just a zoomed-in view of that bottom piece of the website. And if you go through the site and click on each one of those, you'll be able to easily connect with MNN. That's the first step, because really cross-promotion begins by making that connection, so that your social media platform is connected with theirs, and vice versa. So if you click on the Vimeo button, I'm just going to go back for 1 second. If you see at the bottom left corner of these 4 buttons is the Vimeo button. So if you click on that one, you'll be brought to MNN's Vimeo page. And what you want to do is you want to click on the follow button. And as soon as you click follow, you'll be connected with them on Vimeo. Now, I'm saying this with the assumption, and maybe I should take a step back, but the assumption is that you've already created free or premium accounts on all of these different services. So if you haven't done that, I would go through and do that. They all offer free accounts: Vimeo, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So do that first. And then once you've done that, you want to go through these steps. So you want to connect with MNN on Vimeo. Then this is what the YouTube would look like, and you want to make sure you click that subscribe button so you'll be notified every time they post a new video. And then on Facebook, it looks like this, and you want to make sure you click like. And when you click like, it's automatically going to follow them as well. So you're going to get their news feed updates. What's great is that MNN is promoting your show. So you may not know what they're posting, but if you start to follow them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, you'll see that they're actually posting things that are promoting a lot of your shows. And you can post on their wall, they'll post back. It's a great reciprocal relationship so that you don't only have your followers, but you have all of their followers also. So it's a really great give and take. And the more you promote and share things from MNN's page, the more your followers are likely to connect with MNN as well. And it's a exponential growth for your audience. And this is what the Twitter page looks like. Again, you want to make sure you click on follow in order to get connected with MNN on Twitter. So now once you're connected, that's the baseline. Right now you've met digitally, right? So what you need to do is start sharing. And so this is the way to really expand your audience and to have it work for MNN and have it work for you in a mutually beneficial relationship. So excuse me, in order to do that, what you want to do, so let's say your show airs on Thursday night at 6:30. So what you want to do is you want to go to MNN's page, to their homepage, mnn.org, and let's say you're on channel 1. Right, so you would click on the Watch Now button at the bottom, and this is going to take you to the live stream of that show. So here we are, and this would actually be playing. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch over to my browser and show you what it actually looks like so we can just walk through it together. So if we click on Watch Now, it's going to take us to the page where it's actually broadcasting live. And I have it on mute so we don't get distracted with the audio. But here you'll see this share button appears. Can everybody see that? Great. So you want to click on share. And what you have here are a few things. First, you have a link. And this is a link that you can put in an email. You can post it directly on Facebook or Twitter, any place where you can share a link. This is something you could share. So that's the easiest way to do it. Other easy ways include sharing it. If you click directly on Facebook here, this will open up a box, and it'll automatically create the link that's going to be shared on Facebook. And then I can say something about it. Hey everyone, watch my show tonight at 6:30 on channel 1. And then the link is right there. They click on it. It's super easy, right?
Is that sharing to the Facebook page of MNN, or?
That's sharing to your Facebook account, your personal Facebook account. Now, that's a good question, because if you want it here, you have a button that says share on your timeline, right? If you click on this drop-down menu here, I could share on a friend's timeline. So you could go nuts and share it on all your friends' timeline. I don't know if they'd like you so much after that, but you can share it in a group you're a part of, or you could share it on a page that you manage. We're going to talk about Facebook pages. Excuse me, guys, I'm fighting a cold, so I'm going to drink some water. We're going to talk about Facebook pages soon and the advantage of having a Facebook page for your show. But we'll get into that. So yes, you can also send it in a private Facebook message, which is similar to an email, but in the Facebook platform. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, great. So Twitter works similarly. Here, if you're already logged into Twitter, it will compose a tweet for you. You can edit this if you want to. You can say, hey, everyone, watch my show tonight at 6:30. I'll be interviewing so-and-so. Tune in live. And then the link is here. You click tweet, and it goes out to all of your followers. And the same thing would go for Tumblr or email. And again, with Google+, which is Google's social media platform, you can publicly recommend a link. So it's the same way as kind of sharing something, but done through Google's platform. All right, everybody on the same page so far? At least mentally? Yeah? Okay, great. So we're just going to skip ahead a little bit here. We just went through all of this. Now there's another way that we can share the live stream feed, and that's by embedding it on a website. So if you click on the bottom, let's go back here. If you click on the bottom here, watch on live stream, if you click on this live stream logo, and again, we're on the MNN.org website here. If you click on that, it's going to take you to another page, which is basically watching the feed on Livestream's new platform. And if you click up here on top on embed, basically what embedding is, embedding, just as a concept, if you're not familiar with it, is when video is hosted somewhere else, when it's actually stored somewhere else, but you place some code onto another website that just displays the video on that other website. So the video doesn't need to be hosted on this other website, but it will display the video. So you can do that with YouTube videos, you can do it with Vimeo videos. Sorry, people do it all the time. You can also do it with live stream, which is great. So if you have a website, not a Facebook page, but if you have a website, you can take this code down here, and you can paste this into a page on your website, and the live stream player will appear there. So you can choose to you can take it on or off depending on whether you want the channel to be live all the time on your website or only when your show is airing. You can have it there all the time. You can embed all of the MNN channels. So you have a lot of options here. You can customize the color, the shape. You can choose if you want the whole event page to show up, which would be what, this whole area, including the player and this top bar here. Or you can just have the player, which would give you a sense of what that looks like here. Raise your hand in here if you actually have your own website separate from Facebook or anything else. Okay, great. So this is good. This is relevant for you. Terrific. We're going to come back in a little bit to how to install the live stream, how to embed live stream on your Facebook page as well. So we'll come back to that. But does this make sense in a broad sense in terms of embedding on your website? This would be done on the editing part of your website, so where you can actually enter HTML code. Okay, great. So we're going to move ahead a little bit here. We went over this. Great. So the next thing you want to do is chat with people. So this is something you can do during your show while your show is broadcasting. So what you can do is bring your laptop. Let's pretend you have a live show. So if this show were broadcasting live, what I could do is I could have my laptop here. I could have MNN.org open and go to the channel that I'm broadcasting on, and there will be a chat module on the right-hand side of the player. So I can invite people on Facebook or Twitter or email in advance and say, hey guys, I'm going to be live chatting with anyone watching my show tonight at 6:30. So people can come in, they can log on to the chat with Facebook, Twitter, or just as a guest user. And you can chat with them live. They can submit questions for your guests. They can comment on what you're talking about. You can respond to them. It's a great way to interact with people. They don't need to call in. They don't need to wait on hold. Here they are right away. You see it immediately. And it's a terrific way. You can see what people are saying to each other about the topic you're discussing. So it's a really great way to engage people, get them right away. And it's something people can do very easily, from wherever they are. We're going to talk about this in more detail. So what you can do is, I'm going to show you how this works. So let's go back here. So you can see this chat is going on MNN channel 1. So if I want to talk, if I want to say something, I can click log in with Facebook. And here we are. And if I say, hi everyone. This is actually going live now, so I better watch what I say. Okay, so there I am, and this is my Facebook account here. And then I can choose if I want to delete the comment or leave it there. And if I wanted to do the same thing with Twitter, I could choose sign in with Twitter, and I'd have to allow this to use my Twitter sign in. And anything you say would become a tweet that would go out to your following. So that's another way of engaging with people that way. If you're involved in a conversation on Twitter, that brings them, to have this conversation with you. And let's see, let me refresh here. And if you don't want to log in using your Facebook or Twitter, or if you have followers who might not want to log in that way, they can also log in as a guest user without having any other accounts. So you can choose guest here. You can put in a name, anything you want, sign in, and now you're in. You can say testing, and there we are. So that goes out live. and it's a great way to be engaging with people live. That works the same way if you, one second, I'll get to you in just a moment. That works the same way if you have a pre-recorded show. You can let your following know in advance, hey everyone, I'm going to be talking with you live while my show is broadcasting. So I have a pre-recorded show, it's going to broadcast, and I'll be online chatting with you about the show while the pre-recorded show is broadcasting. It's a great way to get feedback from people, make changes for your next episode, see what people are interested in hearing, what questions would they have wanted to ask your guest if they had been there live. It's really, really terrific way to be engaged, and people feel that they're being listened to. So you're having an interaction with your audience. It's not just a one-way street. Yes?
Yeah, well, my question was, once you have this embedded on your website, you know how you live with your audience, would you be able to do that as well, or is this only on the MNN? The MNN.
You're talking about the chat?
Yes.
The chat, what we did for MNN is we used a different chat module than what comes automatically with Livestream, just because this one we happen to like better. It's called Chat Roll, and you can use that for free. You can put that on your website as well. I think it's chatroll.com, and you can take that and embed it there. If you want to have a separate conversation, that would work too. Yeah. Okay, any other questions on this? And we can come back to this later if anybody thinks of something else. Okay, great. So now we're up to how do we install the live stream page onto your Facebook page. So before we even get into that, I want to just quickly differentiate between a Facebook account and a Facebook page. So how many people are on Facebook, have a Facebook account? Okay, great. How many people have a Twitter account, just out of interest? Okay, so slightly less than Facebook. So with Facebook, when you make your own account, that's your personal Facebook account. So when I sign into Facebook, I'm signing in every single time as Ben Nathan. Now, as Ben Nathan, I can make pages. I can make as many pages as I want that might represent a business, might represent a band, might represent a TV show, might represent you as a public figure. You know, if you want to promote yourself as a producer or a director, but you don't want it to be your personal Facebook profile, you can have a Facebook page that people can like. It's the difference between adding as a friend and liking, right? So if you have a page that you can create this for free. This is where you can install the Livestream app. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. Does that make sense to everybody? So I think I have maybe 3 or 4 different pages that I have on Facebook, so I can choose where I want to install this. So we're going to go into the next step here. So when we were on the embedding page, so we went to MNN.org. I'll just show you again, just so everybody knows where we are. We were at MNN.org. We went to Watch Now. We scrolled down. We clicked on Watch on Livestream. This area opened up, right? This is on the Livestream website. And we choose Embed. Here we have Install on Facebook, right? So now I'm already logged into Facebook on this computer, so it says, okay, Ben, here are your different pages. Which one would you want to install the channel that you're watching on? Does that make sense? Wherever you're coming from, that's what it would embed onto your Facebook page. So let me just take you through what those steps look like. So you click on Install on Facebook. Then you click on Connect Facebook to Install at the bottom there. And this little box comes up, assuming you're already logged into Facebook, giving you the opportunity to let Livestream install itself into your Facebook account. Then you have the option of choosing which Facebook page you want to install the Livestream feed on. So when you choose, if I chose to install it on Footage Films, I click on Install this event, and all of a sudden it appears on Footage Films' Facebook page as a tab. The live stream is happening all the time, so anybody who clicks on that is going to see your channel. And if you go back to the main Footage Films Facebook site page, then you'll see the live stream tab at the bottom, and when you click on that, you go back to here. So essentially, to put it in perspective, if you have a show like we were saying, let's say, for example, airs at 6:30 on Thursday evenings on Channel 3, you could embed Channel 3 on your Facebook page, and then every time that Thursday at 6:30 rolls around, prior to that, you start putting out the link to people, sharing it from your Facebook page. So then you're increasing your own following on Facebook, right? You're promoting MNN, you're promoting your show, you're getting more views for your show. It's a win-win for everybody, and you get more interaction. So this could be the Facebook page for your show. And then you have the stream happening there all the time around the globe. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so what we want you to do is to try this at home, to really do this. Take this knowledge and go out there, use it for your show, and start to really build your audience. And what's exciting is, you brought up the question before about metrics and knowing how many people are viewing. You can't, like Greg was saying, you can't know right now how many people are watching on TV, but you can look on the live stream page and see how many people are viewing a channel at a given time. So that can give you some sense of at least what your online audience is. So what we were saying, this is just kind of a review. If you pre-record your show, what you want to do is, how many people here pre-record their show? Okay, great, so about half. So what you want to do is in advance, you want to share the link and share the broadcast time in advance. So maybe for shows on Thursday, you want to start on Tuesday and start getting it out there. Give people little teasers of what you're going to be talking about. Why should they tune in? What's a hook for them? Let them know that you're going to be live during the show talking with them. Even though it's pre-recorded, you're going to be available live to chat with them about what's going on. So even if they watch on TV, they can have their computer open and be chatting with you while they're watching on TV, right? Next, you want to join in a live chat about the show with your audience as it's streaming live. Right, so you're making sure ask them questions. Something's happening on the broadcast, ask the audience a question about it. Or you could think of it this way too. During the pre-recorded show, you can ask questions to your audience, and then you can start interacting with them during the live chat. So there's a lot of ways you can do this, ways you can use the recording, not use the recording, use your imagination, but any way you can interact with people, the sky's the limit. And then what you want to do is really be connecting with people in real time, using their feedback, letting people know that what they're saying counts, that you're listening, and people like to be heard in general. So interacting with them, taking their feedback into account is all a very good thing. If you produce your show live, how many people do a live show? Okay, great. So same thing, you want to share your link and your broadcast time in advance. And you're going to use, remember, all of the different outlets that are at your disposal. Facebook, Twitter, you can email it to people, Google+. Make sure that you connect with MNN so that they can promote it for you as well. You guys can cross-promote and build your fans exponentially. Let your audience know that you're going to be available with them during your show, live, to interact with them. Bring a laptop with you to set. If you wanted to do this on a tablet, I think that would work as well, but a laptop is probably just more comfortable. Join in a live chat like we were showing you from the MNN.org website, and chat with your audience live while you're on the set. Ask them questions, get them involved, take what they say into account, invite them to ask your guests questions, invite them to offer their opinions, so you can really have a two-way conversation. Great, so what we've done today, we've gotten connected with MNN on social media, right? We talked about how you can share your show. We talked about getting connected with your audience, and staying connected and growing your audience that way, constantly thinking about ways to cross-promote. Another great thing is that, meet other producers. You guys can cross-promote with each other and then grow your audience that way too. It's not just producer to MNN, it's producer, 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 MNN, that way as well. Install MNN's live stream feed for the channel that you air on your Facebook page. Make sure you got a Facebook page for your show. And interact with your audience live. These are going to all be things that are going to boost your audience. It's going to have you be more excited actually about what you're doing, because you're going to have a greater audience, and they could be anywhere in the world watching what you're doing. Okay, great. So I want to thank everyone. I want to thank MNN, and I'm not going to list everybody by name because there's so many great people here. But thank you guys for having me, and I'll be around for a little while if you want to ask any questions. Thanks so much.